going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into the new season of PKA. For PKA Luffy, the new free-to-play character that has arrived on OPTC, and I gotta say, this particular PKA is an absolute doozy, and I really wanted to get this particular video out to you guys as soon as possible, because with the auto strat and farming low levels, you guys are gonna really need to do this to actually get your turtles and to maximize what you get out of PKA, because like level 100 plus for this particular piece of content, it's just a massive headache. Now, I do have a team for level 80 to 99. I'll have that video after this, but this particular run is basically focused on basically the auto strat or the Pappy strat in terms of farming out turtles on the minimap. Now, this particular team that you see here, like, just chunk as many boosters as you can on the team, and then try and bring supports for stuff like defense up removal, threshold removal, attack down removal. That's the big gimmick here. But I just wanted to take this time to talk to you guys about this particular event. This particular team doesn't really want to use a friend captain Momo, but it can work if you keep your mini bosses so low. Keeping the mini bosses ridiculously low level is exactly the same as getting them to level 150. It just makes no sense in terms of regular game design why you don't get extra benefits for leveling up these units, leveling up these particular bosses. So this team works better if you run double Stampede Luffy. Obviously, Stampede Luffy is an extra drop, Kid is an extra drop, and then 75% chance with a whole bunch of other units. But if you bring Momo or Hiyori, you're going to get a lot more turtles as well. Now, ideally, use the mini bosses to farm out your turtles. You don't want to be using the final boss to actually farm turtles. That particular fight is purely designed to get to 150 and then just do whatever the hell you want with PKA after that, however you want to run it. Do you want to get to the end, quit, don't even worry about the final boss, and just try and maximize your green tickets on the mini bosses? You can do something like that. But ideally, like I said, as you guys saw, like this fight is like level 4 for me. Like it's the lowest of the low, and even still, like, we can't kill in one turn because of Momo not boosting the team. But I'll touch on that as the video goes along. But I really want to preface to you guys, make sure you keep your mini bosses low, farm your turtles here, because this is the best way for new players, mid-game players, early players, free-to-play players, even whales. Like, this is the best way to get your 500 turtles early, and that way you don't have to stress about this particular game mode. Dropping this a day after Super Boss is just a bit of a yizer. If you use Sabo support here too, by the way, I would recommend doing that against Top Musica. It's just going to help you guys out a lot with the defense up removal. But dropping this after Super Boss is just a bit of a headache for me, because like, it's so much team building. So I'll have some more stuff out later. But like I said, I do have an 80 to 99 team for you guys in the works. But that was the Top Musica fight. The team works exceptionally well against Shanks as well. And honestly, Shanks is probably a little bit easier to take on the map. But once you get over level 100 for your final boss, you'll be able to take on both of them along the way, which is really, really nice. So that way you guys can actually maximize your turtle gains. Because as you can see here, you can just get the most amount of turtles you can without the new batch, because this is a no new batch video as well. And that way you can start building up your turtles. So that way, like I said, you hit the 500. So again, Shanks, it's just a lot easier. You don't have to worry about it too much. You can bring Hiyori, you can bring Momo as a friend captain. Like I said, if you can't find either of these units, just bring another Stampede Luffy. You just want to bring the highest amount of extra drops that you guys can bring on the team. And ideally, that involves bringing the Kazuna Clash Kid. You really want to bring him, and then the 6+ of Stampede Luffy. They are going to guarantee you 2 extra drops. The downside I have found to this particular PKA is the boosted list does not nearly come close to matching what Momo and Hiyori are trying to do with their particular teams. Momo and Hiyori are built around like Free Spirit, Quick, Slash. I don't know if is Hiyori a Cerebral character? I don't even know. I think she's a Free Spirit Slasher. They're built around the Quick meta. Like, they're trying to sort of shift into this Quick sort of style. And all the other boosters aren't Quick. Then they're not Free Spirit. They're not Slashers. So it's very challenging to put together a team for this particular piece of content, especially with what they're trying to throw at us at level 100 plus, because at level 100 plus, like, the shenanigans that they are doing is just, it's absolutely absurd. The amount of stuff you have to bring on your team if you don't have the batch is just, it's kind of ridiculous. There's like 12 turns of attack down or something stupid. So like I said, hit the bell notification, look forward to that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already, And if you knew, you got to do it. And if this is helping you guys out in any way possible, share it around, hit the like button, do all that good stuff for me. But as you can see, Shanks dies very, very easy for this particular team. It's a lot easier mini boss, and if you can prioritize Shanks on the map, I would prioritize Shanks over fighting something like Top Musica. Now, at the moment, we are below level 60, so if you guys are struggling with some gimmicks, you can always stay between level 40 and level 60 on the final boss. That way, you can build up your turtles as well, and then worry about this at the back end. Ideally, with PKA, you really want to just hit the 90 turtle mark. That's going to be the most ideal spot for most players, so that way you can maximize your super cola gains and stuff like that. And that way you don't have to worry about stressing about the level 100 plus team. The level 80 to 99, it's honestly not too bad. It's not great, but it's not as bad as what the level 100 plus is. But ideally, if you can't get past level 60 or whatever, just stay at level 40. Hang around here, level 40 to 60, and sort of just get the gains that you can get. There'll obviously be a whole bunch more teams, a whole bunch more stuff coming out as well. But this particular team, it's just designed to hit auto. You can cook dinner, you can do the washing, you can, I don't know, feed the dog. You can do anything you like and just hit this on auto and then not worry about it and then come back and just see the rewards sitting there in your box, which is going to be great to sort of help you guys for the next season. Now, yeah, it's just a massive shame that the boosted list looks like this. It's unfortunate, but even look, this particular fight, having resilience on turn 3 makes the auto team a lot slower. There's threshold, defense up, multiple stages of it, so it makes it hard to use. Makes it hard to use support characters, but it's just going to take you just that little bit longer to actually get through, which isn't a detriment. It's not terrible. It's just a little bit annoying. And this particular season, it's going to be one that people are going to struggle with. So hopefully you guys can put together some stuff. Get to your 500 turtles as quickly as possible. That is the point of this video. I really, really want to drill into you guys that keep your mini bosses low. Farm the final boss at your own pace. Pick up your statues along the way. That's going to help you guys out. Because if you don't have the batch like myself, and you aren't an endgame player, having access to some characters that are going to make this a lot easier are going to be very, very challenging. But we'll have more stuff cooking in the meantime. I need some team building break, to be honest, after Super Boss, because there's just so many teams, 10-star teams, big damage teams, Super Boss teams, and then the coordination you need for assists and all that sort of stuff. It's just an absolute headache. But as you can see, use VV on this final stage. It's probably going to be a little bit nicer. You get an attack down on your everyone but your captain. So other than that, you can still actually do damage with your captain, and that way you can sort of get around it a little bit easier. Having Stampede Luffy can remove paralysis as well. But as you can see, the fact that Momo isn't boosting Stampede Luffy, Stampede Luffy isn't boosting Momo, it just makes it just so frustrating. Obviously, if you have Shanks, or if you have the new Shanks, you can just run him as captain. That's going to be a little bit nicer. But then you don't have access to stuff like the Momo support and the VV support. You got to use Luffy as a sub. It becomes a massive, massive headache. So, all in all though, autoing still does work, and if you guys need to, stay at level 40, stay at level 60, do all that fun stuff, so that way you can just sort of get as many turtles as you can, and that way you can, that way you can sort of just not beat your head against the wall when it comes to PKA. But as you can see there, that was the auto team. Took a very, very long time for an auto team. However, what I would recommend doing when you are versing this fight is when you get to the end, use the VV support on your Luffy, and then just bink the Luffy special. Using the Luffy special is just going to kill there. It makes it very, very nice. It makes it very, very easy. And it's, again, going to stop you from banging your head against the wall. But that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there, bell, like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Let's